Yo, what's going on YouTube? I am Germ here, and just a couple of days ago, we finally got the Paris 2023 Champion Major capsules that dropped. Valve is now selling them for 99 cents, I believe, and with them and inside of them comes these Champion stickers. They are actually different stickers than the normal Paris stickers. You can see here, like, we can click on the Zywu one real quick. We'll actually see it looks exactly like the normal Zywu Champion, or the normal Zywu Paris sticker, but the little insignia on the bottom left corner now says Champion Paris instead of just like Paris 2023 or Paris Major or whatever. So they are a little bit different. They are actually entirely different stickers. So that means they have their own price. They have their own market. They have their own movement. And I know there's going to be a lot of people wondering, hey, are these a good investment? Should I be buying them? When should I be buying them? How are they going to perform? How have they done historically? All that stuff. That is what we're going to be talking about in this video today. So, like I said, if you don't know, from the Champions capsule, you can get all the different champion signatures. We can look up Paris Champion real quick and kind of look at everything. You know, there's papers, there's hollows, there's golds. You know, you can get everything. You can get glitters. You can get all the different stuff. And here's kind of what they're going for right now. You know, the cheapest ones are like 3 cents for Dupree or Spinks or Apex or whatever. And some of these, you know, if you can pick these up for 3 cents, we can look at that as well. Might not be the worst things in the world. But the most expensive ones right now is obviously going to be the Zywu Gold going for $60. That's crazy. And then, you know, like the Zywu Hollow as well going for $7.53, some of these other gold. So, you know, if you get some of these out of capsules, you can definitely make a profit right now. Obviously, you have to assume that the capsule isn't going to be profitable to open, but that doesn't mean that some of these aren't still very, very sought after and very, very valuable. Now, obviously, if you were talking about investing, no matter what, whether you think or know that these are a good investment, bad investment, whatever, you can't really argue that you should be buying these right now because, again, we fully expect that the sticker capsule sale is going to be going on very soon within like the next 1 to 3 weeks or something like that. And in that period, the capsules, these capsules included, are going to go down to 25 cents. So many more capsules are going to be opened. The supplies of all these are going to go way up. The prices of these are surely going to drop. And we can look at some of the other, you know, historical champions stickers. Like here's James, for instance, from Rio 2022. You know, we can look at the lifetime and see that, hey, when he first dropped, it's like $4. And then guess what? The sticker sale happens and it drops all the way down to like 40 cents or something like that. So again, if you bought this at $4 or even if you waited a little bit and bought it at $2, it didn't make sense because it was $40 a couple weeks later during the sale. You know, all the other ones are going to follow this very, very similar, same graph as well. Here we have Twist. His Antwerp one starts out at $2.79. It's down to $2. It goes down to $1, and then of course it goes all the way down to like 50 cents. So really, you know, for most of these Champion Hollows, it seems like during the sale, 50 cents or less is going to be kind of where you're going to be able to pick these up. So again, makes no sense to be buying these right now. Whether you want to buy a gold, hollow, whatever, even the papers, you shouldn't really be buying right now. Probably doesn't make a ton of sense. But how have these past champion stickers performed? I believe we've gotten 2 champion capsules prior. I think we got Antwerp, we got Rio, and now obviously we have Paris being the third. So if we look at some of these today, we can see here is obviously the ones from Rio. Like I said, we have the James Champion Hollow from Rio, which is right now sitting at 94 cents with 131 on the market. And you can see James Normal Hollow from Rio is more expensive with less on the market. So, you know, it would seem like this one has not been so good, but obviously a lot of investing is percentage based and how much growth there's been and stuff like that as well. So we can kind of check that out. Here's the James Hollow. You know, it has bottomed out at around, you know, I don't know, $1.28 might be the bottom, $1.12 maybe being the bottom, something like that. And yeah, obviously Rio has not performed very well, and these have just kind of gone down and down and down. We're really at all-time lows for some of these Rio hollows right now. So this James one honestly has not performed very well, and his hollow from his champion hollow from Rio has actually outperformed it, even though the price is lower right now. Again, this thing bottomed out at around 40 cents or something like that, and right now it's sitting at around 94 cents. So it's about doubled, you know, in that time period. So even though right now the champion James hollow is less expensive, it's actually performed better. If you bought during the sale, if you bought at the lows, it's done better so far. Now, if we look at the peaks and stuff of both of them as well, I think that's definitely something to take note of. We can see that the champion hollow, again, it was around 45 cents. It went up to about $4. So, you maybe like a 9x, a little bit less than a 10x, something like that. And then if we see the regular James Hollow from Rio, also the peak here, well, it peaked back here at like $40, but I don't really think we should factor that in. It peaked here at around $9 from like $1.12. So again, that's about another 9x, something like that, maybe even a little bit less. So really overall, the Champion and the regular Hollow have performed pretty much in line. They've been very, very similar in terms of the overall percentage of movement they have had. Now, obviously, we don't know which one is going to perform better going forward, and obviously Rio was kind of a not as popular of a set, and it was kind of a bigger flop. Who knows? But so far, I don't really think it's mattered. Again, if you've bought at good prices, if you bought at the bottom of the market, it hasn't really mattered which one you've held between the Champions and the non-Champions version, at least of the James Rio. This is just one example. Obviously, there's a ton of stickers, but I wanted some points. But really, you probably would have been better off with the Champion version of this one. But if we take a look at Antwerp, we actually find a different story. And I do think that Antwerp is a lot more similar to Paris. Obviously, they're both borderless stickers. The Antwerp ones were pretty popular overall. Paris obviously expected to be even more so popular, but both of them being way, way, way more popular than Rio. So having a lot more in common with each other than with Rio. And here we will see the Twist Hollow is way more expensive than the Champions Hollow from Antwerp. It's $11 for the regular Hollow with a lot less on the market, and it's $2 for the Champions Hollow. And now, obviously, like I said, we have to take a look at performance as well. And we can see that this thing bottomed out at around 50 cents, right about 50 cents, and it went all the way up to, $10. So what is that, like 20xing, which is absolutely crazy. And right now it's sitting at about $2. So it's about 4x from its bottom, and its peak was about 20x, which is, again, insane. And if we look at the lifetime of the regular Hollow as well, it seems like it bottomed out at around $3, maybe a little bit more than $3, like $3.30, somewhere in there. It ended up peaking at around $50, which is not quite a 20x. It's more of like a 15x or something like that. But right now, it's sitting around $11, which is, again, about a 3.5, 4x, something like that. So overall, percentage-wise, again, the peak was actually higher for the Champions Hollow. And yeah, I mean, even where the prices are sitting at today, the performance has kind of at least been comparable. It's at least been similar. I have one more we can look at as well. I think the Rops Antwerp is a little bit different. And then I actually want to take a look at papers too. I want to see how the papers have performed. We can see the Rops Antwerp paper is still at 3 cents. So, even if you picked up paper today at around 3 cents, it wouldn't necessarily be good. And the Twist paper from Antwerp 2022 is still around 4 cents. So, yeah, it doesn't seem like buying Paris. It doesn't seem like buying, Paris papers for these 3 cents here. It doesn't really seem like that's a strategy you could be able to employ. But I did want to take a look at that at least because I thought it might be interesting. But here is the Rops. We can look up Rops Antwerp Hollow and compare the hollows to each other as well. $8.89 and $2.03. Again, obviously the regular Hollow is a lot more expensive, but does that mean it's performed better? Because again, if you're buying at the bottoms, the prices don't really matter. It's all about how much percentage gain and stuff you're getting. So around $3.50 seems like the bottom here. Peak was around $28. So what is that, like an 8x from the bottom to the top? And then right now we're sitting about $7.75, so it's about doubled. And if we look at the Rops Hollow Champion, we can see here it bottomed out at around 50 cents again. I do believe most of these are right around 50 cents. And it went up to $7.30, which is what, a 14x to the top, and around a 4x to where it is today. So again, the Champions Hollows, while they have been cheaper, while there are more on the market, while it seems like there is more supply and less demand, performance has really been pretty equal across the board. And honestly, before I dove into the numbers, this was very, very surprising. I did not think that this was going to be true. I assumed that the regular hollows were far greatly going to outperform. And again, in terms of overall price, they have. But again, price doesn't matter when you're buying something. Just like stocks on the stock market, it doesn't matter if Apple's $100 or $1 million or whatever per stock. It matters how much it's going to go up percentage based. That's how you're going to make the money. And I know a lot of people don't understand that. So really, for some of these stickers, the Champions Hollow has been better overall, and they are a cheaper, easier to get into option. So really, I expected when I was making this video, I was going to say the Champions Hollows are a bad investment, stay away from them, and they're stupid, because I don't really personally like them. I think they're kind of dumb. But really, the numbers in the markets and the history of them so far show that they're not a bad investment. They're kind of similar to a lot of these stickers, and sometimes they even outperform the stickers. Now, they might be a little less volatile, and that might even be a bad thing at certain times, but it seems like they still go up over time and they still perform pretty in line with some of their regular holo counterparts. Obviously, in this video, I just looked at holos. I didn't look at glitters or golds or anything like that because, holo is what I follow the most closely. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like if you do want to pick up some Champions stickers during the sale, it wouldn't be a terrible idea. And I would definitely stay away from the Champions capsules. But the Champion stickers themselves actually seem like they might be okay. So it might be something worth checking out and throwing some money into during Paris. I don't know. This is something I'm definitely going to be diving into deeper because now I've kind of piqued my own interest. We'll have to wait and see. Pretty much every video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. But until then, peace.